Here we go. Let me see what's going on here at the Taino Loft. All right, this video is being specially made for one gentleman named Ham'sFlightKitBox. Ham, I enjoy your videos. I watch them all the time, and I like what you're doing over there, and I can see all the improvements that you've made around your loft, and you continue to do that. It's just the little things to be a winner. That's what it takes. However, let me talk to you about homers real quick. I don't know if anybody out there is telling you what I see or what they see. But what I see is, in order to win some of your races, you have to change up the body types of your homers. Now, I understand that the terrain, the mountains and everything where you live at will dictate different line of flight. However, keep this in mind, Ham. Look at these homers here real quick. From my left to the right, you're looking at small, compact homers. Very small wingspan, and these birds are called sprinters. These birds can do up to 250 miles easy on the day and really put on a race. Moving right along, we have a mid to long distance homer, and these homers here, mid-sized body to large-sized body. They can do 250 to about 350, okay? And as you move to my right, here's what you have, long-distance homers. They're huge. When I tell you huge, I'm going to show you some of the wingspans on some of these huge homers. And the reason why I want to show you this, Ham, is because you're showing me race results that sometimes you have to, if you're going to go back and look at your race results and see where you're at on paper, then start looking at your pigeons. What kind of families do you have? Do you have the right pigeon for the right race that you want to win? So I'm not saying that I know everything, but I do know something about homers, just a little bit. Years past, I've raced with Taino Loft and his partners, and I've learned a lot. And I just want to pass that on to you. So whether your system works over there or whether the system that we do down here works for us, that's to each his own in everyone's loft. However, let me just explain something to you. When you show me your race results and you're showing me birds that are coming in about an hour behind the pace, you got to ask yourself, was that the right pigeon for the race? So if you're flying a 150-mile race, do you want to send a smaller, compact pigeon like this? And I'm going to spread the wings here for a sec so you can see. See the secondaries? They're very small. Secondaries, small. Primaries, very small. This pigeon in the air, with the right weight, the right training, it's going to sprint through the air and it's going to race home. It will be in front. It'll be the leaders. If I sent this pigeon to a 150-mile race, you can bet it's coming home on the day, quickly. It's a sprinter. Now, if I put the same bird for a 150-mile race, this guy's a mid to long distance pigeon, then I'm not entering the correct bird for the race. Because here's the reason why. If I'm going to fly a 150-mile race and I enter a mid to long distance bird, like this one, look at the wingspan on this bird. The secondaries are much larger. The primaries are much larger. And what happens is, this bird here will start the race in the lead with the sprinters, but as time goes on, he will fall behind. He's a much larger bird. He's good for distance in the air. Then you got, I call these the big boys. These big boys right here, these are long distance birds. These can do up to 600 miles in a race. So when you pull a bird like this, in comparison to that small little homer I just showed you, I want you to, this thing is just huge, like a linebacker in football. Look at this huge pigeon. If I sent this to a 150-mile race, do you think this bird's going to come home on the day? Absolutely not. It will not come home because the sprinters have already beat this pigeon home. This is a huge bird. Now, Vice versa. If I sent the small bird to a 600-mile race, this bird may not even come home because it's just too far of a distance. This bird will be gassed out halfway through the race, and this bird will continue flying home. This bird will be there in the end. A 6-hour flight, this bird will be home. A 6-hour flight, this bird may go down somewhere. It just doesn't have it in them. Small bird. You can train them all the same way. You can feed them all the same way. Give them the same supplements in every which way you can think of, possibly. But in the end, if you send the wrong bird to the wrong race, you're not going to win. I just want to see you win, Ham. Look at your birds. Study your birds. Go through the wings. Check this bird out. Look at how big, how huge those secondaries are. And look at the primaries. Now, if I put it up against this gray wall, look at the secondaries. Look how big those wings are. You see that? This is a long distance bird. All the way through and through. 600 miles and it's home. Now, let me show you, coming back to the small one. Here's a small blue bar. They're both the same. These are sprinters. Look at the wing now. Now this bird, of course, is molting here. Here's the primary. But look at those primaries. Those are fully developed primaries. Those are small. Look at the secondaries. Look how small they are. Look at the difference. Look at the small wing on that. I'm extending it out as far as I can. That's a small bird. Small wing, that is a sprinter. That bird is good up to 250 miles. It's racing home. It's just screaming through the air. I'll show you the other one. Same thing. Same thing, look at that. Look at the primaries. Look how small they are in comparison to that large pigeon I just showed you. Now, keep this in mind. See the secondaries? I'm going to repeat myself one more time so you can see what I'm talking about. Ham. This one too. This one has big secondaries. This is a huge bird. Look at this. Look at the massive head. Look at the massive chest. Look at the wingspan. It's a very large pigeon. Very large pigeon. And again, in every race, you should not send all your homers. You should go through your homers at the beginning of the season, compare them in size, label them, put a counter marker on them, a color marker. You can say all my yellows are sprinters. All my mid to long distance are blue. All my long distance are green. In the end, I guarantee you, Ham, if you send the right birds to the right races, you will win. And of course, with training, supplements, and all that goes along hand in hand that you've been doing pretty well with. You've been keeping the loft clean. You've been making some adjustments over there. That's good. Every little bit helps. So, Ham, until next time, my friend, keep flying them homers. Keep racing. You're doing good. I just want to see you win some races, buddy. Have a good one. Peace.